All right, guys, welcome back. Blind Tom's Adventures. So as you know in other videos, well, get my clothes off here. That got soaked in diesel last night. There goes my knife. Okay, as you guys know, I got this engine out of the other truck that was in the other video. I'll put a link nowhere because I don't know how to do that. So you have to look through. There's other ones getting this engine running. I got it out. Guy came and picked up the truck. Got a few other parts off it, but I don't know if you can see. Out here, out the window, there's my training. I don't feel like getting wet, but that's my 97 F350 extended cab short bed. Frame's been hacked. It wanders some, so well, a lot. People don't want to drive it because of it. So I had this frame sitting at my parents' house. Had it brought down yesterday. We're gonna swap this engine into here, my transfer case, put that cab on here, front end, and a different bed. It'll be extended cab long bed. I know you guys like short beds. I don't. I prefer a long bed. But gonna clean up this frame, redo the brake lines, redo the fuel lines, paint it. Get rid of this twin I-beam TIB front end. Get rid of that. Put the 60 in the front. Probably put my rear end in it because everything's new in it. And probably redo these fuel tanks. So obviously one ain't here. This one, not sure because it's been open for, I don't know, over a year. I drained it last night. So I went through, cut the old exhaust off, the wiring harness, which was cut in half. I don't know, somewhere. It didn't go to the back. It was cut behind the fuel tank. That's junk. I got another one. But really, I mean, this ain't bad, you guys. This frame ain't bad at all. I helped the guy take the body off this one. Bolts are all good. It does need a little bit of work. Took some steering box getting changed because they said it was leaking, which is new on my truck. Gotta get these brackets off for the old bumper. So I'm gonna clean it all up, paint it, and throw that engine in there. Transfer case. Everyone's placing bets how long it's gonna take me. Blind guy to rebuild his truck for the second time. But yeah. And then we also, while this engine's out, gotta put the baby swamp injectors in it. Oil cooler, fuel pump, probably water pump. A whole bunch of stuff off the other engine onto this one. Gotta put pilot bearing in, put the clutch on it. So yeah, let's get at it. Okay guys, only been working on it about 5-10 minutes. This is all I'm going for. Took me about 5-10 minutes. I knocked a bunch of this off. My wire wheel done wore out because it was about junk when I started. I need to get some new ones. Knock that stuff off, but kind of went over and just hit a few spots. That's all I'm going for. Something like that right there. And all I used was, where's that? Right there. Just a wire wheel on a 4.5 inch grinder. Found these wheels, but they're made for a big grinder. Wish I could use them. So, this is hazy, really bad in here because of all the rust flying in there. Try to do this in a ventilated area would help a lot better. But like I said, that's all I'm going for. That's had a bunch of kind of higher spots. About 5-10 minutes. So once I get a good wheel, I should be able to heat through this pretty quick. I know that nut's missing. I fix that, but the 1-ton springs are going in with 60, so. And then just keep going along. Then be throwing some paint on it pretty soon. Okay guys, I'm about an hour into it. And I'm sure you can see there. But it feels pretty good. A bunch of this cleaned up. Like I said, I'm just trying to knock off the rust, make it last longer. And why wouldn't I spend a little bit of time cleaning it out while the body's all painted? I mean, I'm pretty much back to where the cab's gonna sit here. Yeah. I mean, how I do this, because I can't see, is I just go for a while, kind of go in a checkered pattern, back and forth, and I'll go up and down. Then I'll move on, go back over and feel it. Feel it's rough. Make sure to wear your gloves. Did manage to get those other, ow, damn it. Those other wheels to work. Took the guard off. So I don't recommend this. I think the only way this is recommended is through zip ties and bias plies. You guys go check out his channel. Pretty good. As long as you don't mind his cursing. But he's always doing some crazy things. But yeah. Now this is all cleaned up. Feel a few spots I gotta hit again, but really, instead of throwing another body on, why don't you just spend a couple hours wire wheeling your frame? Yes, the wire wheel is not gonna get everywhere, but it's gonna make it way better. If I wanted to, I could take a little sandblaster and hit a few spots, but not too worried. Usually the engine bay is not too bad because usually there's a leaky engine on it. So, yeah, see, this frame, it was just surface rust. There's still a lot of thickness there. So I gotta go back here, and somebody's already put this fifth wheel plate on here, the gooseneck plate. Gotta get that tank out. Yes, if you're wondering about all this dust, the engine is completely covered. All the holes are covered, the fuel tank's covered, and it's diesel. It's not gonna ignite, you guys. So yeah, take a little break and then get back at her. Hopefully have this all in sanded tonight. I don't have any paint yet, so I can't paint it. And all I'm gonna do for paint is some Rust-Oleum and put on with brush. Because brush is nice and thick. And remember, runs don't rust. Hey guys. I pretty much got it. I had to go over a few spots, but there pretty much is. Got the fuel tank out. Had a bunch of bed bolts along the frame where they were cut, so I had to cut them off. Got the old exhaust off, got the old brake lines out. And run new brake lines, new fuel lines. And you can see the mess that's all over the floor. Definitely I did most of this with door open. Keep dust out. I also have the dog's knot in here. And there you go. Like I said, I'm not building a show truck, you guys. I'm just trying to make it nicer than it was. So that's pretty well smooth. And we'll work. We're on this spot right there in between that hanger. So yeah, I'll have to hit that. I did this to another truck many years ago. I think I was 17. And it held up quite well. But yeah. I think I'm about ready to clean the floor and brush on some paint. Do some brake lines. Those two that are over there are probably getting taken off too. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Get some brake lines, some paint, and set the well, I gotta switch over everything on the engine. So the engine, transfer case. Okay, here we are painting that. Throwing on. You having fun?
Yes. I'm a little painted.
I just throw on, she goes back over and paints everything that I missed, right?
Yes, I do. I do the final touch up.
Yeah. Looks good to me. Okay guys, there it is. Got all painted up nice. Pretty happy with what it turned out. Not that bad for about 4 hours worth of work. Probably not even that. Well, that's including pulling the fuel tanks, running the new fuel line, brake lines. So, pretty much ready to start putting things back in. Clean up the tank, put that back in, put the other tank in it. And yeah, start putting things back together. So, remember, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. What you guys use against rust. Don't let your disabilities hold you back. Okay guys, got a couple more things in here. Got the fuel tank in, the other fuel tank, took that one out of the other truck, cleaned it up, put it in there, and throw some paint on there. Got the harness ran along the frame, wire harness. Test fit the engine, make sure it fit the IDI mounts, which are the same. Wasn't 100% sure. Threw some paint on there, on the old engine, or new engine, whatever way you want to look at it. And here's all the truck. This, like I said, this cab front end is all going on that frame with long bed. This bed is for sale. You don't have anybody looking. Alabama bed, no rust. Beautiful shape. So, thank you guys for watching.